Former Ironwoman queen Karla Gilbert is considered Australia's greatest ever female surf lifesaver. And with a fierce competitive spirit like hers, it's no surprise that she's been lured out of retirement by another water sport. And already in a short time, she's absolutely dominating the world of stand-up paddleboarding. How did you get into stand-up paddleboarding? How would that transition from surf lifesaving to this sport?
Well, I got a surfing one probably about 5 years ago, and it wasn't really till I suppose after my second daughter was born that I sort of was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one of those other sort of pointy nose boards. I used to call them, and just go, because we live on a canal, just go for some paddles on that. And there was a race on the Gold Coast and I entered that, and sort of just went from there.
Karla is a natural athlete. She is just going to be good at whatever she does. So she's picked up stand-up really well. She's sponsored already. Karla coming to our group was fantastic for me. She says she's not a competitor really, but she is deep down, I know, and I can see it coming out in her. We paddle a lot, we get along really great. It's just super fun, we do train a lot, and it's great. We do some long paddles together, and just have a good laugh at the same time, so it's good.
And that's the reason why I sort of wanted to start training with this group, because there's a lot of great girls in this group, and obviously Angie's in the group, and she's obviously one of Australia's best, and it's just been nice to come down and have the support from Angie, and she's always helpful with advice because she just knows so much about the sport. So it's been sort of one of the pluses. And then you've got people like Luke Egan, a professional surfer who just comes down for the fitness side of things as well. Yeah, there's an all-round mix of people, and that's just part of why I love it as well.
Having competed in surf lifesaving and now stand-up paddleboarding, what are the differences or similarities? Are they both equally as challenging?
They both require a lot of skill, obviously. The skill I don't really have as yet in the stand-up paddleboarding. I'll readily admit that one. So that's just still a learning curve for me in this sport, which I really love. I really love the new challenge of doing this sport. It takes a lot of balance, especially when you're out in the waves and when you're on these boards that are, like 23, 24 inches, centimetres wide. It makes it even more unstable. So, there is that aspect of it, and it's just a completely different feel for me, because if I was still doing surf lifesaving, there'd still be that expectation, I guess, of having to be out there to to win and do all this thing. But I just feel a little bit more relaxed doing this sport. It's just a little bit more of an enjoyment.
Karla coming into stand-up, coming from such a enormous background in surf lifesaving, being world champion, Australian champion so many times, brings a really good image to stand-up, especially being a mum of 2 kids as well. She does find the time, I don't know how she does it, but she does find the time to come training, and I think her as an ambassador overall is just unreal for the sport of stand-up.
Why would you encourage people to give it a crack?
Well, from the people that I know that have just given it a try recently, they're amazed at how easy it is. I think that a lot of people think that it's something that you have to do if you're a surfer, and that's just not the case. Anyone can get on these. They're very foolproof. Anyone can get on these boards and just paddle them in the creek and feel like they get a good workout in their legs and their abs and their back and their arms. So basically it's just a sport that anybody can do, and everybody should give it a try.